He drops back, throws.
No!
It's intercepted.
Hello, boys and girls. I am Flipper55 with Fat Finger Gaming, and welcome to Fat Finger Gaming's recap of Week 13 of the 2015 college football season. Well, today we normally do the good, bad, and the ugly, but Week 13 is completely different. I'm going to do the good, the bad, and the great way to end the season. So we're going to start our little run through the division champs, the good division champs, and who we're going to be seeing the conference championships in the Big Ten. Where Wisconsin, undefeated 11-0, Wisconsin goes to Minnesota. 6-5 Minnesota. Last time we saw Minnesota was when they beat Michigan. Would they be able to take care of another run-heavy team? And the answer is no. No, they won't. Wisconsin and Corey Clement just up the middle, doing a beautiful job, just slamming it down Minnesota's throat. They would take a 7-0 lead here early. As you can see there, Ogunbowale also gets in the game. That's Clement there for a 7-0 lead. Then Clement around the outside, 10 yards there. Clement around the outside, runs over a dude, making it 14-0. You get the gist here as Wisconsin's rushing attack just absolutely wonderful. Even when Clement goes out of the game, you will have Ogunbowale. Now, this is still Clement. You will have Ogunbowale get in the game here with a nice run, breaking a few tackles around the outside, down to the 10, down to the 12-yard line. And he will finish it off with this nice run. Well, maybe he won't. We'll give it to 1 yard, and then we will decide to give it to third string back Taiwan Deal to finish them off. And Wisconsin, after taking that 21-0 lead, will eventually win 35-16. They will go to the conference championship undefeated on the day. Clement, 118 yards. Ogunbowale, 117 yards. In Taiwan Deal, yes, only 41 yards, but 2 touchdowns. I combined all 5 touchdowns on the ground. Stevie barely had to do anything. Wisconsin's opponent in the Big Ten championship will be Connor Cook and the Michigan State Spartans. They would be hosting Penn State. And here in East Lansing, Michigan State's offense would continue to roll. As this time, Gerald Holmes and not Delton Williams. Delton Williams will get into it, but that is Gerald Holmes. Connor Cook looking good. Nice throw there to Andre Sims Jr. Connor Cook, little dish down that is going to be Delton Williams. But the thing is, you do not need to throw screen passes with Connor Cook. He knows how to throw the ball like a pro, and he knows how to move the Michigan State offense. This little throw to Sims Jr., and he twirls his way into the end zone. Michigan State would have control their great offense, and believe it or not, their defense was doing a beautiful job as they would continue to run. There's A.J. Troop with a nice little move down the sidelines. Later on, it would be Connor Cook looking for Burbridge, and sure enough, Burbridge, the hero against Ohio State, coming off of his last-second heroics as he caught the tipped Hail Mary for the touchdown to actually give Michigan State the division championship. And speaking of that division championship, Michigan State, after getting up 21-3 at halftime, would hold on to win 34-10. They are going to the Big Ten championship. They will face Michigan. They will face undefeated Wisconsin. As I said, Connor Cook on the day, 230 yards. Not a good day for him, but 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. On the rushing side will be Delton Williams. 33 carries, 121 yards, no touchdowns. And that's the way Michigan State will roll into the Big Ten championship. And now we switch our attention to the SEC. The SEC East champion Georgia Bulldogs taking on in-state rivals Georgia Tech in Atlanta. Yes, the Georgia inept offense Bulldogs down in Atlanta will have an issue here. 14-14. And their inept offense, of course, only likes to go backwards, forcing a 3rd and 22, 14-14, 7 minutes left to go in the game as Georgia is just weathering a storm against their ACC rivals. What will Georgia be able to do? Well, you would think that they would just chuck it deep to Malcolm Mitchell, but not going to happen. On 3rd and 22, they set up a screen pass for Keith Marshall. Keith Marshall is going to grab it. Beautiful blocking downfield, and where is the Yellow Jackets? They will catch him down to the 9-yard line, but it's going to be Nick Chubb who's going to take it in from there. 21-14, Georgia takes the lead, and they won't be done yet as they go to the ground again with Keith Marshall down the sidelines, cross the 50, down to the 41-yard line. Once again, handoff this time to Nick Chubb. Chubb takes it through beautiful blocking again down inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to be finished off with another run. Yes, Bata's going to drop back, but he's going to say, I've been horrible on the air all day except for screen passes, so I'm just going to take it in myself. Making the lead 28-14. Georgia would hold on with that score. And they, already division champs, their next game will be in Atlanta again, this time under the dome over at the Georgia Dome. Georgia's opponent in the SEC Championship will be the winner of the Iron Bowl. Yes, Auburn, Alabama, fighting for the West Division, and the winner here in Auburn would get it. I thought this would be an absolute laugher with the way Auburn's offense has been clicking lately and the way they have the #1 defense in the nation. This should have been close. Well, right off the bat, it seemed pretty good, like I might have been right, as Alabama's offense stalls before they can get out of their own territory, and then here's Auburn's offense retaliating straight down the field. That pass to Duke Williams, and then Jeremy Johnson up to the 2-yard line, and we're going to finish it off with a nice Peyton Barber run. Sorry, that's Javon Robinson. So up 7-0. Alabama's offense actually moves the ball but only gets a field goal. So Auburn, well, there's Jeremy Johnson with a nice run there. Then it's going to be Peyton Barber up the middle down to the 25-yard line. As you can see here, Auburn's offense is clicking. Let me tell you something. Auburn, with their defense and this offense clicking, is a scary national championship contender. Not even national championship contender. I'll just say they will win the national championship with that. As you saw, a nice pass there to Ricardo Lewis from Jeremy Johnson. Lewis would catch 2 touchdowns on the day on 4 catches and 51 yards. However, Alabama looking to make sure that Auburn's going to have to work for this one. Down 14-3, Coker leading his team down the field. Nice throw there to James Brown. Hiya! Sorry, can't do that well when I'm doing this voice. I can actually do James Brown fairly well, but I wish I could do him better because, man, he's James Brown. Anyways, there's a throw from Coker to Webb. Finishing off, Coker will throw to his favorite guy, O.J. Howard. And Alabama cuts the lead to 4, 14-10. Auburn looking to get the lead, looking to lengthen that lead. Hands off to Peyton Barber. Then it's going to be Howard, or then it's going to be Johnson throwing to Luis. There's Ricardo Luis, or Rico Suave, like I like to call him, and Peyton Barber will take it in, taking the lead back up to 21-10. Coker now, third quarter. Now we are in the second quarter, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. How are they doing this to the Auburn defense? I do not know. That's Kenyon Drake up the middle. Alabama just saying, no, we will not go under. Nice little run again by Coker, by Drake. This time Coker going to drop back. He's going to look. He's Von Black in the corner of the end zone. That's Chris Black for the touchdown. We're back to a 4-point lead. Can Alabama's defense stop Auburn's rolling offense? The answer? No. As Jeremy Johnson throws, and that's going to be Duke Williams down inside the 40-yard line. Then Jeremy Johnson, 42 seconds left to go in the half. He's going to go deep to Duke Williams, and there he is. Touchdown Auburn, and Auburn starts walking away with this one as we thought they would. Here's third quarter. This is the first drive of the second half. Jeremy Johnson again breaks a tackle, but again we'll find Duke Johnson, who breaks another tackle and takes it in for a beautiful play. Just right there culminates the Auburn dominance. And Auburn goes on to win 49-24. Johnson doesn't get 200 yards, but does throw for 4 touchdowns. As far as his rushing attack, Jeremy Johnson runs for 133 yards. Peyton Barber for 132 yards. Georgia, you better be scared because this is my vote for the national champion coming straight at you. So we'll ride off into the sunset to the west coast, the left coast, however way you want to say it. We will be in the Pac-12 for another de facto division championship between USC, UCLA, and the battle for Los Angeles. The winner plays maybe undefeated Oregon, depends how they do against Oregon State, in generic Levi Stadium in San Francisco for the Pac-12 championship. USC led by Cody Kessler, UCLA led by Neuheisel. Who will win in the Coliseum? Well, it's going to be right off the bat on the first drive. USC handed to Justin Davis. Getting down to the 50-yard line. Then it's going to be a little dump-off pass to Nala. I'm not even going to Nuku. Whatever. Cody Kessler driving back. He's going to be tripped up just shy of the first down. To show you how big this game is, USC, first drive of the game. Just 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. USC's going to go for it. And they're going to get it. Nuku's going to get the first down, and they will continue their first drive of the game. 0-0, doesn't matter. They are treating this like the national championship. There's Cody Kessler picking up the first down to the 11-yard line. Then it's going to be another handoff to Justin Davis down to the 5-yard line. And then Cody Kessler's going to hit his favorite man, the EA construct, William Clark, for the touchdown. And USC takes a 7-0 lead early. Neuheisel and UCLA not to be denied. UCLA only loss came on the Scooby Snatch in Tucson against Arizona, in which they lost 31-24. And they're going to hope that that is their only loss on their way to San Francisco. There's Neuheisel trying to power his way through for the first down. Neuheisel again, he's going to hit down to the 2-yard line. That's Devin Fuller. Then Neuheisel's going to hand off to Starks, and Nathan Starks will be in for a touchdown, and they will take the lead on USC here in the second quarter. Here's the problem with you playing USC in the Coliseum. Your leads don't last long, and you don't get a chance to get many leads. There's Kessler down to Ajin Harris. Then Kessler finds Juju Smith, and this is a possession catch. That's not normal for Juju Smith. They normally just gun it deep for him and let him get the ball. Anyways, USC continues their drive. Kessler drops back. He's going to look. He's going to throw, and that's going to be Darius Rogers down to the 1-yard line. You got Darius Rogers, Harris, Juju Smith, and there's William Clark, all catching balls on this touchdown drive to give USC the lead, and it's going to be USC's lead permanently, because later on, we're talking about here in the fourth quarter, Neuheisel trying to come back. He's going to throw, and that's going to be picked off by Jackson. Jackson at the 40, the 50. We don't even need to count it down because there is nobody who's going to catch that man. He takes it into the end zone. It's going to be a 31-13 lead. They will continue on and win this game and go to the Pac-12 championship in generic Levi Stadium. 31-13 USC on the day. No big stats, no fun stats. It doesn't matter. USC got it done in the Coliseum. So we're going to transition from the good to the bad, and the bad does go to a divisional champion here playing in the Civil War, Oregon State. Oregon, of course, already has got their tickets to San Francisco. Just wondering if they'll make it to play USC undefeated or not. Oregon State 4-6, needing this win and a makeup win to go bowl eligible. Can they do it? I'm going to spoil it and say no, they're not going to do it. They do a great job at keeping this game close, but the thing is they don't have this man, Royce Freeman. Oregon Ducks offense, boom, just piling his way into the end zone. That would give them the lead, but they would go down another. So this is the first drive of the second half. Big bomb from Vernon Adams, taking it down to the 20-yard line. Then they're going to hand off to Royce Freeman, and this is why it's going to be bad, folks. Uh-oh. Royce Freeman is hurt. 106 yards on the day, but he's going to be hurt. He is out for 7 weeks. Vernon Adams does his job and takes it into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the day. But the issue here is the fact that in the Pac-12 championship, they will not have Royce Freeman, and they will have to rely on things like this. Vernon Adams with a nice long throw, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's going to be a touchdown to Byron Marshall. Sorry about that. And Oregon will continue to roll and will win this game 52-35. But, of course, like I said, Royce Freeman out 7 weeks, which means he's out the Pac-12 championship. If they win that, they go into the first round of the college football playoffs. He may not be out. He may not be ready for that. He might be ready. If they win that game, he might be ready for the national championship if Oregon makes it. So we head on to Fort Worth for the great way to end the season. Baylor 9-2 taking on TCU 9-2. Baylor still with a shot to win the Big 12 championship. They would need a win here against TCU, and they'll need a Oklahoma loss against Oklahoma State. Seth Russell throwing the ball down, getting the ball down to 16, looking to cap off the first drive with a touchdown. Seth Russell, he's going to be hit, and that's going to be Whitmill from TCU picking the ball up and returning it to the 20-yard line. TCU dodges an early bullet. Baylor would then drive back down the field only to get a field goal, and at 3-0, TCU's offense has decided, let's start rolling, and did they roll. There's a beautiful strike to Josh Doxson down to the 50-yard line. Boykin throws. That's going to be Listenby at the 32-yard line. Boykin just a master magician, maestro, whatever you want to say of the offense. He's going to take him down, little kick down, screen pass to BJ Catalone. That's going to get down to the 4-yard line, and then Boykin, stay using his arm. He's just going to take it in with his legs. 7-0 TCU. As I said, TCU's going to get rolling. Next possession. Boykin. Josh Doxson down inside the 4-yard line. That's going to set up Boykin again with a little quarterback draw. 14-3 TCU. TCU still not done, as TCU's offense will start ripping into the Baylor Bears defense, and that's a nice throw out to Gray. That's going to be another throw to Gray down to the 40-yard line. Boykin throws. And Listenby's upended, but he still holds on to the ball. 14-3 TCU. TCU looking to continue the opening up of this lead early here midway through the second quarter. That's going to be Boykin down inside the 4-yard line. And then Boykin's going to take it himself once again. 21-3 TCU. How is this a great way to end the season? Seriously. TCU highlights all over the place. You must be an absolute Horned Frog fan flipper. What is going on here? TCU continues. Little kick down. Screen pass to BJ Catalone. He's going to take it to the 12. TCU just opening up that lead. You've got to be kidding me. BJ Catalone down to the 2-yard line. Seriously, when's Baylor going to do something? BJ Catalone, TCU 28, Baylor 3. So Baylor gets a touchdown before the end of the first half, and it's 28-10 TCU. But you know what? TCU's offense picks off right where they left off in the first half, just absolutely rolling. There's a throw to Moore. Handoff here to BJ Catalone. He's down to the 32-yard line. TCU just rolling. Boykin drops back. He looks. He throws. That's going to be picked off by Taylor. And Baylor has stopped TCU's offense. Everybody celebrate. My God, what's going on? Baylor's got a shot here. Seth Russell going to run over him, man, and get down the sidelines down to the 45-yard line. Here we go. Baylor is coming back. We're originally down 28-3. TCU is a little shell-shocked right now on defense. A nice throw there by Seth Russell. Then again, Seth Russell will take off. He's going to be hit by Whitmill, and he's not getting up, folks. He's not getting up. Chris Johnson will fill in his shoes. First thing Chris Johnson's going to do is take a nice 15-yard run up to the 10-yard line. Chris Johnson hand off to Shock Linwood. Doesn't matter who gets the call at quarterback. Shock Linwood will always be there for you. So 28-17, this is where Baylor starts the comeback. This is the comeback we need to end the season, right? My God, what's going on here? Green with a hole. He's going to take it down to the 43-yard line, and that's going to set up TCU. It may be 28-17, but they don't care. They're going to be throwing the ball. They're going to be increasing their lead. They're going to make sure Baylor can't come back on them for the second straight week in a row, or the second straight year in a row as they hit Traven Boykin hits Buck Jones to make it 35-17. You know what? This wouldn't be a great way to end the season unless Baylor came back and made some kind of drama, made TCU sweat like the second year in a row. They were going to collapse and give Baylor a win. That has to be in their mind because now Baylor is going to drive down the field with Chris Johnson, and he's going to hit Jay Lee down to the 5-yard line. Back up, Chris Johnson doing a beautiful job for Seth Russell. He will take it in 35-24. Late in the third quarter. Well, it's going to be that same score, and Baylor's going to get it again. Nice pass there, Jay Lee, down the sidelines to the 43-yard line. Baylor, can they do it? Will they be able to come back on TCU again? That Shock Linwood down to the 28-yard line. You know the sweat is dripping off the Horned Frog's brow now. They cannot do the same thing they did in Baylor on their home field. Well, you know what? Johnny Jefferson's going to bring it to within a score. The 2-point conversion is good, and it's a 3-point lead. Well, here comes TCU needing something. They cannot do this. They are sweating, but they cannot allow Baylor to beat them on their home field. Boykin rolls right, throws left, and that's going to be Jock Stockton down inside the 4-yard line. You know what? TCU saying we don't sweat, we score touchdowns. And Boykin to Doxson again, and it's going to be 42-32. TCU leads with 5 minutes left to go in the game. So 5 minutes left to go in the game. It is 42-32 TCU. Baylor trying to drive down the field and get a touchdown, put this thing within a field goal. On 3rd and 3, Seth Russell is going to take it. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to be stopped, forcing a 4th and 1 already. TCU has a chance to basically seal this game. Hand off to Johnny Jefferson, and he's got it. First down, Baylor. Baylor continues the drive, and that's a nice throw, and that's going to be Jay Lee, this on Cannon, for that catch is going to be first down. 3rd and 4, pass to Johnny Jefferson. He's going to be short. 4th and 4, another 4th down is going to happen. TCU trying to get him off the field, and that's Chris Johnson. He's going to find his man down to the 20-yard line. That is Hawthorne, and we have a continued drive. You've got to be kidding. 2 4th downs picked up. This is 3rd and goal. Hand off. Seth Russell won't need a 4th down. That's a touchdown. And we now are within 3 points. TCU 42, Baylor 39. So 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to go. TCU 42, Baylor 39. It's just going to be TCU getting first downs and running out the clock, right? Nah, you don't know TCU if you thought that. Boykin downfield. Josh Doxson down inside the 44-yard line. Best way to win games, not chew clock. It's just to score touchdowns. There's Boykin again. Doxson first down. Barely any of the time has gotten by as Boykin throws this time to Jawan Story. He's out of the 9-yard line. Boykin throws, looking for Doxson. Can't get it, so Boykin, second down, looks. Surely he can take off, but he throws and he hits Listenby down about the 3-yard line. And B.J. Catalone on 3rd down is going to be stopped. They're going to have to kick a field goal. 45-39. Baylor's got a shot on 1st and 10. Here's Shock Linwood on a screen down inside the 35-yard line. Baylor looking to come back and win this game. Chris Johnson's going to take off. He's going to slide. It's going to be 3rd and 1, but they're going to pick up the first down. And here we go on 3rd and 11. Chris Johnson over the middle of Moore is going to be short. 4th and 4. Another 4th and 4. Can Chris Johnson do it? Will TCU stop him? Almost sacked, but he gets the ball off. That's Hawthorne at the 3-yard line. Then a handoff to Johnny Jefferson. And Baylor takes the first lead. since they had it 3-0 in the first quarter. Baylor 46, TCU 45. TCU last shot here with 1 second left. Boykin is going to throw it up. That's going to be BJ Catalone, and he's going to be tackled. And for the second year in a row, TCU collapses and loses a big lead to Baylor. And I'm going to tell you right now, once again, it is not Boykin's fault. Boykin, 555 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have that 1 pick. He did take 3 rushing touchdowns. And he did everything he could to not have Baylor come back on him. But once again, Baylor comes back with a 22-10 fourth quarter, and they win 46-45. And I guarantee next year's Baylor team pitcher will have a 46 and a 45 front and center. So the incredible comeback victory for Baylor means Baylor is still alive for the Big 12 title, and an Oklahoma State win over Oklahoma gives Baylor a shot to beat Texas for the championship. But that won't happen. Oklahoma stomps all over Oklahoma State in Stillwater, 59-10. Oklahoma is your Big 12 champion, and they sit right there on the line of whether they will make the college football playoff or not. We will see. So here we go. We have advanced into week 13. We have advanced past week 14 and 15. There weren't many games besides Army-Navy, which was played out on Twitch, that I was really interested in seeing. All the other games didn't have ramifications nationally nor conference-wise. So we are at conference championship week, and as you can see, Navy did win, and they are undefeated, and they are making me think a little bit about the selection committee of one actually getting them into the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen, but we will see. Speaking of conference championships, I encourage you to join next week for the conference championships live on Twitch, Monday, Wednesday, 8:45 at night Eastern time. The next video is out on YouTube will be the conference preview, and that should be coming up shortly after this recap is up. There will be no recap for week 14-15. As I said, there wasn't much to do. I will show you the final standings going into the conference championships in a second. What I want to encourage you to do is join me Monday, Wednesday live, and that's October 5th, Monday. We will start off in the ACC, Florida State versus undefeated Miami in the ACC championship. Then our second game, sometime around 10 o'clock on Monday night, will be a rematch of Georgia-Auburn. Then our third game will probably either be the MAC or the Midwest. It will be the MAC or the Midwest. I will give the Twitch chat a chance to vote and see who they want to play. Then Wednesday, October 7th, 8:45 Eastern Time, we will kick off our first game of 3 conference games that night with Temple and undefeated Navy. Our second game will be the Big Ten, Michigan State versus undefeated Wisconsin. Our third game will go out to the West Coast, and it will be USC versus undefeated Oregon. All right, after that, we will decide who in the world is going to the conference football playoffs. No, the college football playoffs by the selection committee of one. And stay tuned for those announcements because we will recap the conference championship, and at the end, I will definitely do who goes where, and yada, yada, yada. I am looking top 25. Here we go. This is the top 25 going into your conference championships, folks. Wisconsin number 1, Miami number 2, Oregon number 3, Navy number 4. Theoretically, all undefeated. Theoretically, they would be going to the college football playoffs, but I really don't know about that Navy. Michigan State right behind Wisconsin, so you basically can figure out the winner of Michigan State, Wisconsin goes to the college football playoffs. The USC gets a little tricky because they lost to Notre Dame. Notre Dame lost to Navy at home, so that gets tricky. Auburn, Georgia. This is the highest that SEC is ranked. So you know the SEC is looking for upsets, despite the fact that this, I believe, is the national champion, the true national champion, Auburn. They have that talent. Ohio State cannot win their conference. They are not going. Virginia Tech cannot win their conference. They are not going, despite their impressive 11-1 record and their only loss being to undefeated Miami. Beautiful season for them, great resume, but if you don't win your conference, you can't be in the college football playoff, period. As we can see, Oklahoma down there at 12. They're hoping just a whole bunch of stuff happens for them to get up into the college football playoffs. And obviously, Virginia would be extremely ticked off. But I'm telling you, you got to win your conference. And as we go down here, there's Notre Dame at 10-2. The chances of them being in the college football playoffs slim to none. I probably put Navy in before that, but we'll see. So, I once again will tell you to join me Monday and Wednesdays on Twitch for the live conference championships. Let's see how this ends. Let's see how the college football playoffs unfold. Our Heisman, we will do that next week after the conference championships. Can Corey Clement do something absolutely spectacular? Forget it. Let's just open it up right now. Can Corey Clement do something absolutely spectacular to displace Braxton Miller? BJ Catalone, Trevor Boykin aren't going to be doing anything. Vernon Adams might be able to do something, but it's basically Corey Clement or Braxton Miller going to be our Heisman Trophy winner for this year. I think Trevor Boykin should get it hands down, despite every single one of their 3 losses. Boykin showed up and played. It was really their defense that squandered it. I would give the Heisman to Boykin, but there's no way he's going to get it. So, speaking of getting it and victories and doing something important, if you're listening to this, make sure you subscribe. I am trying to beat the dog, a Shih Tzu. A Shih Tzu is beating me with more subscribers. I obviously am beating him in Twitch followers because I do not think he has a Twitch channel. Not only am I beating the dog in Twitch followers, but at the same time, I am actually beating my YouTube subscribers. So something is disconnected here. I have more Twitch followers than I have YouTube subscribers. There's a disconnect there. Hit the subscribe, help me beat the dog, and then Monday, Wednesday, join me live for these games, especially this week and the next bunch of weeks, because this week, Monday, October 5th, 8:45 Eastern Time. I know you are sick of me saying this, but it's going to be Conference Championship Week on Monday and Wednesdays, 8:45. Then next week, we kick off the bowl season. Then the first week of bowl season, Monday, we will have a semifinal along with 2 bowl games. Wednesday, we will have the other college football playoff semifinal along with 2 other bowl games. The week after that will be Monday, 3 bowl games, and Wednesday, the national championship along with 2 other bowl games. Or we may hold the national championship Monday and just finish up with 3 bowl games. Don't know. I'm thinking about saving to the end of the week. Who the hell cares? Anyways, I am out of here. I hope y'all have fun.